I recently got my Destination Thailand Visa, or the DTV, approved and stamped in my passport. I am back in Thailand. I'm very happy about it. So let me tell you exactly everything you need to know about getting one for yourself. I want you to have one as well. Let's get into it. So what is the DTV, or the Destination Thailand Visa? Well, it's a 5-year visa that's meant for workation or attending Thai cultural activities. We'll get more specifically into that in a moment, but basically you get 180 days stay per time you enter Thailand stamped into your passport. You can then extend that another 180 days at Thai immigration, so you can stay technically 360 days in the Kingdom of Thailand, and then you have to leave and come back again. So, and you can do this for 5 years. And it's also just multiple entry, so you can leave after just a few days or a few months if you want, and then come back and you get another 180 days again. You still, of course, need to do the 90-day reporting if you stay longer in the country, just like any other long-term visa. So who is this visa for? Well, it's meant for digital nomads primarily, and remote workers, entrepreneurs, foreign talent, freelancers. Yes, so anyone who makes money from another country than Thailand and also want to live in Thailand for a workation. And you can also engage in Thai so-called soft power activities. Soft power, of course, being the ability of a nation to influence other nations through their own culture. So if you want to attend Muay Thai classes or learn to do Thai cooking or something like that. And another category is also medical tourism. So that's popular in Thailand, very high quality medicine and also low prices for what you get, really high value. So basically, if you have a treatment plan or a dental plan, something like that, that also qualifies for this visa. So use the DTV to explore Thailand longer term, and it's just a much better version of a tourist visa, 5 years again. And of course, it is just for those who want a long-term visa without the high fees that we've seen traditionally, or the investment requirements or the age requirements. It's just way cheaper than an elite visa, for example. So the DTV visa base cost is 10,000 baht. I say base cost because it's a one-time cost for 5 years that you never have to pay again. However, keep in mind, when you apply for the DTV visa, you pay this cost up front. And if you get approved, great, you don't have to pay anything else for 5 years. If you don't get approved, however, you cannot get that money back. Of course, 10,000 baht being the equivalent to about $300 US. So that's the base cost, and also it depends on the embassy where you apply. They may add a little bit of a cost as well. So say it could be somewhere between 10 and 12,000 Thai baht. So then, what are the requirements to get the visa? Let's get into it. 1, you need a biodata page of your passport or travel document, of course, that being all the personal information about you and also your picture, etc. Number 2, you need another photograph taken within the last 6 months. This can be professionally done at a photography shop that does passport photos. That's easy. Or if you want to do it from the comfort of your home, like I did, say you have a little bit of experience with cameras, a decent camera or a recent smartphone against a white background, you can do that at home and then get a template from a site like Canva, for example. They have passport templates, so you can make it professional looking. I should also mention that during the application process, they do show what is an appropriate photo and what is not an appropriate photo with examples, and it's quite detailed. So that will help you as well. More on that in a minute. Number 3, you need documents indicating your current location. So you can apply from your home country for the DTV, or you can apply from, for example, a neighboring country to Thailand, but you cannot apply from Thailand itself. You need to be abroad. So what indicates your current location? Say you're at home in your home country, you can show your local driver's license, you can show utility bills from your local home, or if you are abroad, say you traveled to Vietnam, you can show the hotel receipts where you are staying, and you can show the passport stamp so they can see you're not in Thailand while you apply. Number 4, and this is the big one, is that you need financial evidence of an amount no less than 500,000 Thai baht. I know that's a lot of money for some people, and if you live paycheck to paycheck, this is a big challenge. So this is about 15,000 US dollars equivalent as of today. And what you need to show are bank statements, or so-called statement of account, for the past 6 months, or a sponsorship letter that proves the same thing. Now, I think it says 3 months on the official Thai webpage, but when I applied at Ho Chi Minh City, at the embassy there, they did require 6 months, and I think that's quite common. So I would advise you to show bank statements, and not just screenshots of your bank app or whatever, but actual documents coming from your bank. So get in contact with customer service and have them send you bank statements that proves over the period of the last 6 months you have had 500,000 or more Thai baht or equivalent in your bank account. And now if you're doing the workation, number 5 becomes you need to show employment contract or employment certificate in the country where you have your income from. Or if you're a freelancer, for example, you need to have a professional portfolio with designs or something. Can be a web page, can be a content creator, can show their content pages and show their income. Just this point is to prove that you have a remote income and where it comes from and that it is legitimate. Or, of course, you can show proof of confirmation to attend these soft power activities. And what you need are letters of appointment from either the Muay Thai school or the Thai cooking class, or if you're going for medical tourism, you need some sort of a program for treatment. So you basically need confirmation letters. And also, they might want to know that you have paid already. So pay for the program and then show the receipt when you apply. And the last category are just, spouses and children for DTV holders. So if they are under 20 years old or a spouse to the DTV holder, just need to prove the relationship to the primary DTV holder if you're moving with them. Now, they may actually ask for additional documents as well. Now, the ones I have listed here to you now are the official ones from the Thai e-visa website. And it all depends on the consulate, on the embassy where you apply. So for example, I heard from friends, acquaintances, and Facebook groups, I will show you that in a minute, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, for example, they do have extra requirements. Like, for example, you need to show a long-term condo lease or a place to stay in Thailand long-term, even as you apply for the DTV. So yeah, provide lease agreement. And even if you're just doing the soft power activities or something, you need to provide your income details as well, which is normally not required according to official notes. But just be wary of where you apply, do a little bit of research. I found that Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam was great. They just followed the official requirements. I heard the same thing about Hanoi and Jakarta, for example. Taiwan as well, very good places to apply from. But yeah, check the Facebook group. I'll put on the screen right now. This is what it looks like. I would suggest join this group, ask your questions, and also just look through it and see if your questions have been asked before. It's a wealth of information. It's a very active group. People are applying and sharing their information and experience. So that helped me a lot when I applied, and I suggest you do the same. So what is the actual application process like? Well, now you do it all online through thaivisa.go.th. I have it on the screen here, and also I will link it in the description so it will be easy for you to find. That is the official page where you apply for the DTV visa. This process will take, they say, from 5 to 10 working days, and that does not include things like holidays. So just keep that in mind when you're applying. But allow for about 2 weeks of an application process. So you can, again, apply from your home country, or if you're in the Southeast Asia region, you can apply from there, but you cannot apply from within Thailand. So remember that you can be called in for an in-person interview at the consulate, at the embassy where you applied. So for example, I went to Ho Chi Minh City and applied from there. And then when I sent everything in and I felt like everything was on track, I was like, I want to go relax at the beach. So I went to Nha Trang and just enjoyed beach life there, and it was glorious, of course. But remember, you can be called in for an interview in person or also just a phone interview. Now, this did not happen to me, but again, as I mentioned in the Facebook group, I know it happens to some people. So just keep that in mind. Once you are approved, I will be very happy for you, and I will also suggest that you print out, believe it or not, in say A5 or A6 format, the visa that will be sent to you through your email, or you can also go and download it at the e-visa portal where you applied. Print this out and show it to immigration each time you enter Thailand. They do really appreciate that, and I don't know if they are thinking about cybersecurity reasons of not having people's phones close to their computers or whatever it is, or they just like paper. I don't know why, but yeah, print it out and laminate it, keep it in your travel pack, and you'll be fine. So to conclude then, this is an awesome visa. Of course, there are some pros and cons. Let's start with the cons. I would say obviously the 500,000 baht that needs to sit idle in a savings account, not doing much, not earning much money for you. They cannot be invested in anything else, so of course it's an opportunity cost. Unless it's your buffer that you have anyway. In my case, that is actually what it is, so it's fine, I'm not really losing anything. But if you wanted to have that sort of money invested somewhere else, well, you can't really. And you need to have it sitting there for 6 months before application, and also probably after, which is another con. I don't know, there's a lot of uncertainty, I suppose. So say you're attending Muay Thai classes, for example, and you do that for 6 months, and well, you have a 5-year visa, right? What are you doing for the rest of the 4.5 years? Yeah, hopefully training Muay Thai, I think Thailand would want to think. But are you? And if so, do you need to show proof that you still are training Muay Thai for 5 years? Will they ask you that like 2 years into the visa or something at immigration? We don't know. But it would be kind of reasonable to expect that, wouldn't it? So perhaps you should have a plan for that. That's basically all the cons I can think of. Just an amazing visa. The pros, of course, again, 5 freaking years of visa to explore and enjoy Thailand. What's not to love about that? You get 180 days each time you enter Thailand. You can do it an unlimited amount of times, multiple entry, of course. You can extend it to a whole year if you just want to stay in Thailand for a whole year. Oh my God, the flexibility. It's so good. I think the application process was actually very good online, and it was very thorough. You had lots of requirements, and also you shouldn't even do typos, and they're very strict that way, but just be thorough and you'll be fine. So you can just go, explore Thailand at your own pace, any style you want for 5 years. That's just fantastic. And it just alleviates a lot of the stress. I used to do visa runs before, and also through, visa extensions and stuff, and you always had to worry about what they might ask you at immigration. Yeah, it was just a hassle. And then I also heard recently that they might even bring down the visa exemption from 60 days of stay to 30 days of stay, which would make it even worse. So yeah, go get your DTV. Now, I really hope that the information that I've provided you here has made it easier for you when you apply for your DTV visa. Still, if you have any questions, something that I missed or something that you're wondering about, feel free to drop a comment down below and I will do my best to answer it, of course. I'll put all the links in the description. You can find it all there. And if you like this video, you're gonna love this video. And if you appreciate the effort that I put in to this information, then please give me a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I wish you the best of luck with your DTV. Have an awesome day. See you in Thailand.